What's up, YouTube? Welcome back, everyone. If you're new here, my name is Tim, also known as XGP Rockarchy. You guys can find me on Xbox under Rockarchy, also on Twitch as XGP_Rockarchy. So today, we are bringing you guys a brand new review, and we are reviewing Hawked, the Ultimate Treasure Hunt here on Xbox Series X, also available on PlayStation and on Steam for PC. So let's go ahead, show you this game, dive right in, and let you know how I feel about it. So during your account creation and all of your setup, it's going to ask you if you want to do the tutorial. I highly suggest that you guys do go to this tutorial, and I'm going to show you why. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and push play, and then we're just going to do a full run through of the tutorial. So the first thing it's going to talk about is your handy traverser allows you to shoot enemies from afar, infinite ammo included. So you'll hold down LT and shoot with the right trigger. So we're going to go ahead and walk through this tutorial and allow the game to explain what's going on.
Time to show us what you can do, Treasure Hunter. Your goal is to find the island's temple and secure the artifact within. Grail has left you some gifts along the way, but this is your show. Good luck.
Search the island, grab the loot. Got it.
So here you'll see that there's a prompt to hit X and go up there. If you try and jump and do it, it won't allow you. So you just want to hit the X and go ahead and use the machine. And then we're going to work over to these points of interest here. This one's really close because of the tutorial, and it'll walk us through what's going on.
There they are. Disciples in the flesh. Or scales, rather. They wiped out the islanders that called this place home. Take them down before they do the same to you. That door has an unconventional locking mechanism. The islanders were ahead of their time, but this lock doesn't hold up against modern tech. A few precise shots to key areas should do the trick.
So what they mean by key shots is we're going to shoot this crystal in the middle first, and then these two dials are going to start rotating, and we got to hit the markers behind those dials as they're spinning.
So I step lightly and keep my head on my neck. Easy enough.
You'll also see comic style wording pop up that will tell you what to do with certain objects around the map. And just like any other battle royale that you would play, there is also crates all over the island. This is where you're going to get new weapons. You're going to get some other things to help you along your way in the journeys. And there's different rarities with common, uncommon, rare, and legendary weapons. Let's continue.
That's one fine view.
Up there, that temple above the falls. Quite a sight, isn't it? Consider this a rule of thumb. A temple will always contain artifacts worth looting, unless another treasure hunter has beaten you to the punch, that is.
So we spawned on the island. There's always going to be creatures around that are going to be different levels of difficulty. There's puzzles to solve. This is how you're going to find the glyphs and everything else that are going to give you the combination codes to unlock the main vault. But you're also trying to race and beat the other teams that are also on the map.
The rarest artifacts lie within locked treasuries like this one. You must learn the correct order of glyphs to open them up. Quite tricky. You'll discover glyphs hidden across the island. Apparently, even the islanders wrote down their passwords.
No going back now.
Alright, so we're going to run over here. We're going to push this button as it tells us to do. And then we're going to activate this first glyph.
There's the first glyph. Don't get used to it being that convenient.
That is true, because the glyphs are hidden all over the island. And the island is probably as big as, I would say, Fortnite's island. So if you guys play Fortnite, that would be probably a good scale to go off of.
Ah, you've rescued a familiar. Follow it. These curious spirits are eager to help worthy adventurers in need.
Coming in hot!
Also, I've noticed as far as falling off cliffs, I've taken no damage ever on any cliff I've dropped off of. I haven't really tested on really high ones, but some pretty decent sized cliffs, and I have not fallen on and taken any damage. Now we're going to run up this hill, follow these markers, and now we got to fight a big creature for this glyph. That's why it's important to loot all the chests that you see. Because normally I would not have a good fella, which is the name of this weapon here. It's also purple grade, which is one of the higher tiers. And that would have been a very difficult fight to have done with anything else.
As seen at the top of your HUD, you've uncovered the combination to the treasury door. Find your way back into the temple.
Yeah, so now if you guys look at the top of the screen, it's going to show you those glyphs that you have. And when you get to this door, you're going to want to put in the combination in the order that you got the glyphs. We'll do the snake, do the little diamond fire icon, and then a potion or gold bag is what it looks like to me.
Time to get the real treasure.
And now the vault is going to open. I do feel like the vault takes longer to open than it should, but it notifies all the other players that the vault is being opened. So you want to grab the main artifact.
That, my friend, is an artifact. The true treasures of exile. Extract this artifact to Grail, and we'll reward you in kind. Oh, you've got company. Quickly, these caves will get you to the coast.
There's also chests that will be inside, which will give you bonus trinkets and everything else.
Just
so you'll want to loot
further.
those if those are available as well.
Your traverser will keep you moving forward.
Yep, always watch for those floor traps. They are sneaky. Think about Indiana Jones. It's kind of the game that you're playing. Is it Fortnite and Indiana Jones had a child?
There's the extraction point. Gain control of it so we can extract you back to the Riftwake.
Or if you've played Lara Croft Tomb Raider,
Don't lose control of that
a little bit of that too.
Your signal's almost locked. Signal locked. Step into the center portal and you'll be home free. Time to get you paid.
And then you just hold down X and you portal out, and you've done a successful drop-in loot grab.
Renegade. Let's gab. No time to waste.
And extract. So now that we've done a tutorial, we'll now have one trinket, or one artifact I should say, in our inventory that we'll be able to bring over here to this guy, and we could do two things with it. Technically, I think we could do three things. So the one that you would have is going to be this one, the Nimble Newt. So you can either deconstruct it, sell it, or what I've done is equipped it to my character in the bottom center next to my health down here. You can see the little newt there. If I start sprinting, as long as I do not have a weapon equipped and I am unarmed, I get a boost in my running. And it is infinite. My stamina, that's not so much infinite. But I'll always be able to run with the power of the newt as long as I don't have any weapons on hand. So let's go back to the Grail, and let's talk about why you would want to sell anything, trinkets or artifacts. So if you click sell, you would be able to deconstruct or sell. That's going to give you the different types of currencies. Those currencies are then going to let you buy gear, boosters, other artifacts, cosmetics, and then we have a button to go back. So the reason you would want to sell or buy is that if you buy gear, you're going to have different options. Now, beginning, you're only going to be a loyalty level 1, which is going to give you the Recon Raptor availability. And you can add that, and it will release the Recon Raptor to patrol a selected point. It will highlight enemies, traps, chests, and stashes within a radius of 10 meters. So you'd be able to use that in-game, pulse it out, and it would tag anything that was in the vicinity. So, to increase your loyalty, you're going to need to sell trinkets and artifacts to get the currency to then donate to the Grail, and then that's going to increase your level and loyalty, which will then let you buy the higher tier stuff. So level 1, you'd have Recon Raptor. Level 2, you'd get the Gelatin. And then level 3, Kickback Coin, and then so on and so forth, etc., etc. Once you hit a certain level, you'll be able to come over here to the contracts and talk to this person here.
Scored
you can
an
hit talk.
artifact? Nicely done, pal. Grail will be mighty pleased. For me, the real treasures are the disciple corpses you made along the way.
So when you find disciples, that's going to be the current contract. So she just says it. I did not see anywhere where it goes in the inventory. So if you guys let me know if you find that out, drop it in a comment and let me know where that shows, because I have talked to her and she talks about these disciples. So I just go and look for the disciples out on the map. So let's dive into a regular match and show you guys what you can expect when playing Hocked. Alright, so here we have the load screen where it's going to show us collect 5 glyphs, open the treasury, and extract with the artifact. Alright, so here we go. We're going to warp in to the island. Right now we have no weapon on me, so because I have that artifact equipped, I can run fast. Let's take a couple of these guys out. They're going to throw rocks. We're going to open up chests. We're going to loot these. Hold X to grab. Hold X to grab.
Got something.
So once we get these guys killed, we'll have our first glyph. Oh, actually we're gonna get a familiar. So we're gonna follow this familiar and he's gonna show us where a local glyph is at. And here we are. We just walk up and grab this one. We do not have to solve a puzzle for that. We're going to go back over here to the closer one. It's only 60 meters away. And we are going to clear this fort out, and then that should give us access to the glyph. Alright, so we've cleared the area, and we've got glyph number 2. Now let's head and collect loot as we go, and get to glyph number 3. So unfortunately I was not recording at the time when I got into a fight with another character, but if you hit left on your D-pad for Xbox, you'll be able to heal those points back by drinking a cola, which you will have to collect out of chests. You want to make sure that you're grabbing those, whether it's the 6-packs or if it's the singles, and heal yourself up while you're looking for these glyphs. Alright, so this one, we're going to have a puzzle to solve. We have to look for a matching symbol on each of these. And then we're going to hit these little diamonds here. And figure out figure out the code to let us into the glyph. Alright, so for this one, it's going to be this diamond with the 4 stars. So we're going to hit this. As long as it's lined up with the statue right there, we're good to go. Same thing with this one. And then this one, we're actually going to have to shoot 3 times. And don't waste your ammo. Just put 1 bullet in at a time. If you shoot it while it's spinning, it will not register that. And it will not count towards spinning the dial. We're just going to hit this 2 more times. And then it's going to match the same symbol all 4. And it unlocks the puzzle and gives us our 3rd glyph. So while your stamina and running are going to coincide with each other, there is another way to traverse around the island. You can actually hit the sprint button, get on your hoverboard, and you can ride in the water, which is a lot faster to traverse around the island and get to those glyphs just a little quicker. Well, unless you run into a waterfall like I have. So during the course of trying to find glyphs and everything, that little piece right there on the right side on my hip is my traverser, which is our lasso and everything else. That's also going to give off a little red flash indicator when someone's nearby as another player. So we just had it go off. It said that somebody was nearby, and there they are. It'll also go and give you a blue one when there's like hidden stashes buried underneath the ground. Let's see if we can take this guy out. Right, there's that indicator that someone's near. Can't seem to find him. So we're just going to let him go, I guess. Or her. And we're going to go in here and grab this free glyph that they've already solved the puzzle to. And then we will go ahead and move on to our 5th glyph. Oh, there they are. Scared the poop out of me. But we got them. Alright, now we're on to the 5th glyph. If you die in solos, you will get 1 respawn. After you die the 2nd time, you are completely done. If you're in squads, you do not get a respawn, and your game ends, just like any other battle royale. So I'm going to go ahead and make my way over to that 5th glyph and get these chests looted before we get there. So we just had a warning come across our screen that said that the treasure will be open soon. That means somebody has possibly gotten their 5th glyph already. So we are going to have to move quickly and either unlock the vault or steal it from somebody else. Oh, that seems like somebody's near. Oh, the treasury vault has been opened.
But if you open the treasury, more time will be added.
I don't have time for these guys. Alright, let's see if we can find the treasury or the guy that's hauling it around.
Gotta get back in the game.
Oh my god, I can't believe he let me live. That's crazy. Well, unfortunately, I was killed. And then I respawned and then got killed again and was not able to get the 5th glyph. Also was not able to track down the person that had the artifact in the very end. So we are kicked out and going back to lobby. I did make 1,024 worth of loot. So that's pretty exciting. Those numbers are probably what they were when I left. Or I'm sorry, when I got killed. And probably are not that accurate. But we did have 3 PvP eliminations. We did 518 PvP damage. We did 1,610 PvE damage. And we had 18 PvE eliminations. So here, if you get the Renegade Pass, the Renegade Pass is set up a little bit different than any other game I've ever played. In a way. So instead of getting XP for almost everything like we do in Fortnite or any other game where we loot a chest, we get XP, we put somebody down, we get XP. It doesn't work that way in Renegade Pass. So you have to do these specific quests here. So deal range damage to players, and then once you've completed that, then you get the 650 points. Same thing with Island Hopper. So you go to the Exile Island, the island where you're going to get the artifacts and glyphs. Once I do that 15 times, I'll get another 650, and so on and so forth. That's how you get it. It was very frustrating because I didn't know why my thing wasn't moving up when I had the Renegade Pass. I'm like, I have it. It's bought. It's purchased. Why am I not gaining experience? Because you have to do these quests specifically to get those points to get to the next level. So, after showing you guys the tutorial and some actual in-game footage of what you can expect while you're playing, I'm going to give you my thoughts on the game. Server issues that I've seen is going to be the first thing I'm going to talk about because it's been a pain in the rear. And I don't understand why they are shutting servers down for long periods of time. And I'm talking like, they said that the servers would have been back up by noon my time, because it was 9 a.m. PST, so I'm 3 hours difference, like 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes, it would have been noon. I had to do the math real quick just to make sure I was right, or correct on that math. But noon my time is when the servers were supposed to be back. The servers didn't make it back up until 3 o'clock my time, like 3 p.m. Not sure what's going on with that, but it's been very frustrating for at least me on Xbox and my son on PlayStation, because we've had the same issues, and it's only been on console. I went over to my Steam account and it is perfectly fine. Runs every time I launch it. With that being said, there is crossplay, so you can play PlayStation players with Xbox, Xbox with PlayStation, Steam. All of them are cross-platform, cross-compatibility. What's not cross-compatibility is your game save. Your game save does not transfer between consoles, does not transfer between Steam to Xbox or Xbox to PlayStation or vice versa. That's a big, huge why. Like, why does that not happen? If we have cross-play, why do we not have cross-save? I don't understand why that would be the case. I've looked through notes of stuff that's going to come out in the future. I haven't seen anything that's really going to hint that we're even going to get cross-save. And I don't know why they went that route. That means if you play on Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation, you have 3 accounts technically. They're all under the same email, and they can all be under the same username. But they're 3 different characters that are going to have 3 different stories, 3 different abilities, availabilities, all that stuff. So I don't like those 2 things. The server issues and the ability to not use cross-save. Now, I mean, the rest of the game, I think this game came out, it released, there's been no, like, glitches or anything that I've seen that's, like, game-breaking. I actually haven't seen any of them. I haven't seen anything. Everything works in the game like it's supposed to. It feels right. It does what it's supposed to do. I would just hope that the server issue gets resolved. And that's really my only one that I want fixed. The cross-saving, fine. I'll just play on Xbox. That's my highest progression. That's where my season pass is at. That's where I'm at. So that's the other thing, is if you buy the season pass on a platform, make sure that's the platform you want to play on, because that season pass is stuck and tied to that platform. So I'm on Xbox. I bought the Renegade Pass on Xbox. I'm playing on Xbox. If for some reason I can't play with other people on another platform, like a connection issue or something like that, it is what it is. I'm gonna stay right here on my Xbox. I did start this game over on Steam, so that was my first account, or when I created my player base and my player account. But keyboard and mouse, I'm not that good at, like, at all. I'm way more efficient and everything with my Xbox controller, mostly because playing games when I was young was on a controller, and I've just done that ever since. So I would give Hawked an 8 out of 10. There's a -1 for the server issues, a -1 for not being able to cross-save and use our profile on any platform that we choose. So I'm hoping in that aspect they make that change. But those are my thoughts. That's how I feel. If you guys have any thoughts or comments, please leave them down below and tell me what you think. Hawked, as far as I can tell, I'm looking at the Twitch right now, and it only has 1.5 thousand viewers. That is not big by any means, considering Palworld, you know, blew the doors off of the gaming industry with everything. With their debacle of maybe they copied Nintendo and Pokemon and all that stuff. But anyways, that's for another time, another video. If you guys want to hear my thoughts on everything on Palworld, I do have a review up where I talk about that, so you guys can check that out here on YouTube. But this is why I script my videos, because now I'm just going on a tangent and just talking. But I'm going to get off of here. My name's Tim, XGP Rockarchy. You guys can also check me out over on twitch.tv/XGP_Rockarchy. And I've been asked, so I'll tell you, what is XGP? That is for Xbox Game Pass, because that was going to be my main focus. That was going to be where I did all my reviews, and that's where I was going to do everything. But I ventured over into Steam games, so now we're doing Xbox Game Pass and Steam and any other platform, because I wanted to branch out. So I'll let you guys go. I'll quit rambling. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one. See you later.